हाँ अब चेक करो तुम। हाँ
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
सलमान बोले कुछ?
जी जी, मुझे हसन आपकी आवाज़ आ रही है।
रबिया आवाज आ रही है कुछ हमारी?
बिल्कुल जी, आपकी आ रही है।
सलमान बोले मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
जी, सलमान की भी आई है।
हसन बोलो कुछ।
हेलो, आवाज आ रही है?
जी जी, आ रही है।
परफेक्ट परफेक्ट, ठीक है, थैंक यू।
पर पिक्चर नहीं आ रही है।
वो आ जाएगी। अच्छा
ओके।
मैंने ऑरेंज के लिए लगाना, मैं वो प्रैक्टिस कर रही थी।
क्यों लगा, ये किसने लगाया स्पीकर?
नहीं लगाया सर, ये लगाइए। ये उठा लूं?
हाँ उठा ले। रबिया आवाज आ रही है ना? रबिया कैन यू हियर मी?
जी मुझे नजर भी आ रहा है और आवाज भी आ रही है।
ठीक है बस ये फसल में नहीं इस पे करना है। आज अभी दोबारा देंगे।
वहाँ से उठी है।
कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर है?
नहीं वायरस से कर रहे हैं।
आप मोबाइल यहाँ सर बताइए ऐसे। चलो छोड़ दो।
तो बटन दबा।
एक मिनट बताइए, आपको पहले पाउच उतारना पड़ेगा आपको।
हाँ और किताबें
अच्छा, एक स्क्रीन की इसमें स्क्रीन शेयर वाला ऑप्शन है, स्क्रीन डुप्लीकेट होती है, ये वाला बटन प्रेस करना है। कुछ नहीं कर रहा, ये डबल करनी है हमने स्क्रीन। ट्राई किया हुआ
हो गया?
पर्सनलाइजेशन या फिर इस पे क्या हम लगा लें एड्स में? वेट तो आ जाए, वही नहीं आ रहा ना, उस पे कनेक्ट कर लो। हाँ आई नो, टेबल टॉपिक से बात कर लेंगे मैं भी। हाँ और उनको भी हम देख लें।
ठीक है चलें स्टार्ट करें। सारा बैठ जाए देखते हैं।
जी ठीक है, मैं बैठ जाती हूँ।
Everyone please settle down. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, hope you all are doing well. On behalf of Toastmasters Rawalpindi, I warmly welcome everyone to the 130th meeting of Toastmasters Club Rawalpindi. Before going on, please take out your mobile phones, switch it off, or turn it silent mode so that we can avoid any kind of distractions throughout the meeting. There are various benefits of being a Toastmaster, such as unlimited personal growth, improved communication skills, increased self-confidence, and career advancement. So keep coming and keep growing. I would like to request everyone to please stand up for a while and repeat the motto of Toastmasters Club Rawalpindi after me. For better listening, for better thinking, and for better speaking. We learn by doing. Thank you. With this, I would like to hand over the stage to one of the persons who is passionate, a nice person, and a versatile Toastmaster. None other than our president of Toastmasters Rawalpindi. Toastmaster has Hello everyone. How are you all? How are you all? Great. How many of you like or fond of reading stories? Raise your hands. Almost everyone. So yesterday I was reading a story which actually touched my heart. So I thought I share that story with all of you, that you can learn from that story. So there was a couple who moved from one place to another place, and they bought a very beautiful big house. So one day they were having a breakfast. Lady looked outside the window, and there was a lady who was actually putting some wet clothes to dry off. The lady looked at her husband and said, "Look how dirty the clothes are. I don't know if she actually knows how to wash the clothes." The husband smiled and walked away. Next day, same story happened. He saw the same lady wearing up clothes, and this time again it was dirty. So the lady again looked at her husband and said, "I think she don't know how to wash clothes. She probably needs a better detergent, or maybe someone needs to teach her how to wash clothes." Third day, again same story, but this time lady was amazed. Wow, the clothes are clean this time. She again looked at her husband and said, "I think someone actually guided her how to wash the clothes. So maybe someone actually gifted her the new detergent." And guess what? Husband replied that, "Honey, I woke up early in the morning and I had nothing to do. So what I did, I actually cleaned my window." So basically, the clothes didn't clean. It's our window that was dirty. So, ladies and gentlemen, we can all relate to this story. We actually look at people and instantly make certain assumptions. Basically, we need to dig deep inside and see the things at others people's perspective. There are always two sides of the picture. So, always need to have different opinion when we actually know that person. Sometimes there is a dirt in our eye, not the others. With this, I would like to announce the winners of the last meeting. So the last meeting winner, the best played, speaker was none other than Toastmaster Hasanagaram. Best public award went to Toastmaster Amar Hussain. The best relative award went to DTM Iman from the club tournament. And the big award went to none other than Toastmaster Silence. With this, I can see a lot of new faces here, so let's have introduction of them. Ma'am, would you like to introduce yourself? If you can come here and introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
It's fine.
Okay, fine.
My name is Jasmine. And I'm University. And evening, I private.
Sorry to have you in future. Very nice. Started with the
I have 12 years plus experience in sales and business. I work with husband and I think that is reason I'm studying. I'm looking forward to be a permanent member of this group.
next we have
After a long time, I'm going to start again in the company.
now we have the lesson summary of our new member, which is Toastmaster. So for that, I would like to call very passionate and very energetic Toastmaster, who also VP membership Toastmasters.
Well, Toastmaster and guests, today we have a very important segment that is induction ceremony of the new members. So just let me call Toastmaster Anam on the stage. So I'll just give an introduction of her. By profession and a better place. By equipping their students are right to so they can be a better leader and communicator. So she has joined Toastmaster to learn the art of leadership and become a best communicator. So she can teach the same to their students. So now let's begin the induction ceremony. So the induction ceremony will have two parts. The first I will address to the Toastmaster and she is requested to say yes after every clause, and then I just address to the audience, and the audience are requested to say yes after every clause. So Toastmaster, are you excited to be a part of RTC?
Yes, I'm really excited.
That's great. So would you like to share the one positive thing about Toastmasters so you have experience of all?
Toastmasters, they always encourage you to speak. They give you feedback that is really positive. And that's why I joined this club and I want to. Because the process of learning comes.
Okay. So I, Toastmaster Anam, as a member of Toastmaster International and my club, promise to attend meetings regularly. Prepare all of my speeches and leadership assignment to the best of my ability, placing them on projects in the Toastmaster manual. Help the club to maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow. Adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmaster educational and recognition programs. Maintain honest and highly ethical standards during the conduct of all Toastmaster activities. Serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so. Thank you, Toastmaster. Now it's the turn for the audience. Be the member of RTC Club. Promise to support you in your quest of self-development.
Yes.
Provide you with positive, helpful evaluation.
Yes.
Maintain a friendly and supportive atmosphere.
Yes.
Give you opportunity to help others and make Toastmaster membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Yes.
With this, I adjourn this induction ceremony and wishing you best of luck for your icebreaker speech. I hope that you will nail this speech, so you can go back to your seat. Formally, let's call the person on stage. Very vibrant and effective, and he has been the asset and proud of artistry. He's none other than Toastmaster Danyal.
Question from you. How many of you remember your first election ceremony? I think most of us had online election ceremony, but those who had were here. And how many of you remember that you were smiling all the way during your election ceremony? The first time. What things in your mind? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make my first speech. I'm gonna complete my pathway. I'm gonna be able to public speaker. I'm gonna go tell home stories. Today, I have learned about the first time. The first time we walked, the first time we talked, the first time we learned something new, the first time we made friends, the first time we went to school, the first time we played football, the first time we played badminton, the first time we had a crush on someone, the first time we met outside with friends, the first time we learned to ride our bicycle. Some first times from you guys, come on, anyone.
First time I go to gym.
First time was good.
First teacher Toastmasters.
First thing the first time. First time was swimming pool. Oh my God. That's it. Very much. I remember that experience. The voices of the touch your ear and it's like this. I'm so excited with the voices.
First time on a beach.
First time on the beach. I had to experience that.
First time I went on a foreign trip.
First time I went on the I don't know anyone from the back.
First time I went on run.
Oh, no, we will keep talking about the going forward. And for the first time, we will see what is the Toastmasters. We have three group sessions. The first is the table topic session, in which the table topic master will come on stage and for anyone observed, anyone from the audience to the stage and give them a random topic, and they have to speak for it for a minimum of 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minutes. And they can take 30 seconds their time after this. Then we have the great speaking session where we have three great speakers who have to give their speech according to their partner. Lastly, we have the evaluation session, which helps us improve the speaker is evaluated by a team of evaluators. We have some role players. I would like to take the introduction of the role players. Tanya, can you introduce yourself and your role?
I was performing the role of timer today. I'm keeping track of all the timing for the speeches. We have three segments of speeches and Toastmasters meeting. First is pivot topic, second is prepared speech, and the third is evaluations. Each one of these segments has different thresholds for the timing. For pivot topic, the minimum time to qualify for any speech is 1 minute, and the maximum time is 2 minutes. For prepared speech is 5 minutes and 7 minutes, and for evaluation it's 2 minutes minimum and the maximum time is 3 minutes. To signal the timeline for like minimum time, I'll show a green card and yellow card, and for the maximum time, I show red card. All the speakers from different topics to evaluation will have a grace period of 30 seconds. That will start after the maximum time period of showing the red card. I'll keep all the timings record with me, and when called upon by the demo evaluator, I'll present my report.
Today I have been listening very carefully when someone say are, who, come, and so. In the presence of any crunch words, such as you know and I mean. I will ring the bell immediately to make them aware of having said. The only time I will not ring the bell during the time of the prepared speaker. In the end of the meeting, I will present my report to the general evaluator when called upon on the stage. Over to you.
Are you hearing this?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Explain your role of your
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, I am grammarian for today's meeting. I'll be listening carefully to all the speeches, and at the end, I'll present my report. Over to you, Toastmaster Daniel.
Master Vijay, can I have the come to
Thank you, Toastmaster Daniel. Dear Toastmasters and guests, during the meeting, we will be voting for the best table topic speaker, best prepared speaker, best evaluator, and the winner of the meeting. I will distribute the voting slips. These are the voting slips. And you can write the name of your choice on it. After each vote, I will go around the room collecting your ballots. I will count the ballots to determine the winner. I will not vote except when there is a tie. My vote will break the tie. In this manner, we will have a clear-cut winner. I shall announce the winners when asked for by the presiding officer towards the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Daniel.
now, without any delay, let's move forward and have the most exciting session, that is table topic session for today, and that is being held by our project manager, Dr. Krishna. He has visited Toastmasters, but it's a very amazing DP education. Keep the huge round of applause for Toastmasters panel.
Today, we are going to have a little twist to the table topics, and it is going to be related to the theme. In the introduction, Toastmaster of the evening, TM Daniel, has already given you a lot of ideas, and you've also come up with a lot of firsts. And today, I'm very happy to see some of the members after a very long time, so they will be the first speakers to go by. Let's all welcome TM Rashid. Experience the twist. You will ask one of the members to give you the topic, and it has to be something first. So let's ask TM Humayun. What should TM Rashid tell us about the first? Some difficult first.
Would you like to let us know about your first experience when you went to Afghanistan?
Thank you for being my enemy. Actually, I'll share that experience sometime, but today I will share the experience when I visited Muzaffarabad. Because maybe some Taliban are looking after for me, so I can't share more. We'll have to let's see that when the things settle down and we have better human rights on this side. I'll share. Okay. So first time I went to Muzaffarabad, it was after Asr prayer that I decided to visit Nina. So I went to the river alone and I decided to go near the river. That was quite surface like a ground. But when I started going inside, so it seemed something else. I observed that I was going inside. Presently, I was going to. So I decided to come. So it was riskier and more dangerous. And whenever I started to pull some grass, it was pulled out. And I thought, my God, it was the last time that I have done that. I figured after 30 minutes, they were like, and that was the scariest thing ever. And after that, I never thought to do anything like that. The experience of Afghanistan is scarier than this one, so I'll share that.
there was some lesson for all of us that safety should always be a priority, right? So the next on the list would be PM Abdulaziz Usmani. PM Abdulaziz Usmani, can you hear me? PM Abdulaziz, can you hear me? So let's now get this from our guest. Would you like to come, please, sir? First you and then probably her. Amrina, let us know what he should tell us about something first.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarah. So I would request our guest to tell us about the first impression he had when he first time met our president of Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Hassan, though he was not the president at that time, but in whatever capacity, probably as colleagues you met. So what was your first impression?
He and Hassan, we worked like for 6 years together. So first, we were together in Zong, and I was coordinator by that time. So Hassan and me were working in Zong and working coordinator. So it was not a good experience. Actually. The experience we had actually, I was actually managing the code and we were so that was something which I cannot actually explain in a way actually that happened to us. So that was our first experience in Song. We met. So is there anything else?
It is actually would like to know that what impression did you form about Hassan? What type of person is he? Or was he at that time? What was your impression?
It's like I went to 11 years back. So it was, we were so young at the time. So things were not professional at the time, and things I wanted to calm down on the floor, and he trying to make things in his own way. I just don't want to stay in that. Okay, but we developed a very good relation. We worked in another company together, and we become friends later, and we achieved so much together.
Thank you. Interpretation for everyone. Very nice. Okay. So now I would like to call upon him. Let's ask Salman about what should you tell us about your first.
Toastmasters, what were your expectations? That was your first time.
Yeah. So your thoughts on the PPPR for the first time at Rawalpindi?
Thank you, Toastmasters Sarah, for calling to the stage. The topic that given to me by expectations about the vice president of the election. So basically, when the election came up, so I just applied to the 3 to 4 post, and my public relation was my second option, because at that time I thought that it will be a very good opportunity to live on with the organization, to live on with the education institute. That somehow is a win-win to both of guys for me. I'll just increase my skills, and secondly, I'll just explain. I just maintain the relation with the organization. So it's like for the artists. The second thing is about like the boring stuff, which I said that, but the Toastmaster is doing a very good job about making posters and something. And even to be honest, I'm not so creative like her, so I cannot make the poster like her in the videos. So these are the two thoughts that main responsibility. But all in all, it's a very good, you can say like a job description, because every job that you do, it's not possible that that you get the 100% of the things that you like. So somehow you have to compromise between you like the 40% of the job, 20% is reasonable, and the 20% is the worst. So you have to adjust yourself. You have to basically to get through or over the system. So over to you, Toastmasters.
Distribution of 60% and 20% and 20%. So life is not ideal for anyone, right? That's a lesson from our online guest. So, PM Abdul Aziz, can you hear me now?
He's left the meeting.
He's left the meeting. Okay, so let's hear it from PM Rabia then. PM Rabia,
Yes,
can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect, perfect. So I think I would ask a question from you myself because I'm really interested to know how was your first experience as an entrepreneur?
Okay. So my question is, what is my first experience as an entrepreneur?
Right.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saira, for a very wonderful question. Fellow Toastmasters, and secondly, I cannot see the timer.
You show the card when this time.
Okay. Perfect. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, before starting my own, okay, Hassan, thank you so much. So I'm starting it now. So fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, I did my engineering, then I got married, I had kids, and I have, alhamdulillah, fully functional and up about family. But after a few years, I started realizing that I am somehow trapped in that circle, in that, in day-to-day life, getting up, doing chores, and then it was getting a bit boring, and the kind of learning was stopped there. So so this was not my first venture, Khana.pk. I started earlier, my first venture was Kiki's Cuisine. I started sending healthy food and calorie counted and calorie controlled salads and wraps and soups to the offices, and it went very well. But because of some family issues, and I couldn't continue it. But what I learned from it was that you can do whatever you want to while staying at home. It is not something that you are getting caught up and you cannot grow. When my first child was born, my mother told me that he should not be your excuse for not growing up. He should be your power for growing up. Because when your kids see you and they look up to you and they think that and they see their mother growing up, it's a very different thing that you can teach to your kids as well. So that's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Sarah.
All of us will learn a word or two when we muster up the courage to start our own businesses and prosper and grow. Thank you for the great lesson. And now we will hear from Anika. Would you like to ask her some questions?
What was your first impression coming to this class?
Just like the first time school, a free school game. Lots of people around and we don't know what is going to happen here. Lots of people, and even I didn't know that is it a call center or what is going on here, or there are teachers or what is going on. I was stuck. When I saw him, he's here. But after you start, what I learned from my experience or my jobs, the best thing I see whenever you communicate with each other is say thank you, then you start. That is the best part. Till now, I think so. It is very special to hear it from your perspective as well. To learn from you, and we hope that you will be joining us soon. Now, the next speaker Toastmaster Cyril to please ask him about some of his firsts.
I'll be very lenient Toastmasters because I know how scary those table topics can be. So we would want to know your first experience of becoming a father.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sir, for such a wonderful question. It's saying that first impression is the last impression. As a father, it was an amazing day for me while having family ahead. That was the moment I couldn't forget because having a child for the first time in your life, whether it's a boy or a girl, feelings are same. So my feelings were amazing. As a father, I felt like this is the real world, having a child in my hands. So that moment, I talked to my wife. Thank you very much for such a beautiful gift that is bestowed by Allah Almighty in our family. So that was the moment I will never forget. Having the first time. Now I have 4 kids. And I'm the father of 3 kids. So that moment has been vanished now. Because having 3 kids in one place, in family, it's very difficult to handle them because they are kids. So sometimes I raise my hands. I can't do this or mother, but I'm wrong. Because it's job of both father and mother. It's not only one. So anyone who has got children, please take care of your children. They are your assets. Over to you.
That was a full package of personal storytelling with a confession, with some personal details. That was amazing. Seriously, the recipe, you completed the recipe. And now we can have one of the guests. Ma'am, would you like to please come? Yes. Okay.
Like to let us know about your first job starting any activity regarding
So the
earning
first
money.
day of job. So my first job was in my bachelor's. It was in my third semester. I started job really fast because my semester while it was going on, it was really easy. Like, my classes was really easy to learn everything. It was too slow in my brain was hard. So I started a business manager type thing, a small firm. So it wasn't much. They gave me a business manager in that firm. Like I was me and there were just 2 people inside the firm. So it was like a hardcore type service. So I was the one in charge of replying to their emails and talking to their customers, trying to pitch out clients. This was my role, but what amazed me the most was when I got my first pay. When I got my first pay, I was like, what should I do with it? My friends around me, they were coming to me and they were telling me, no, you should give us feed, you should feed us. So I had to feed them first, and that was really fun when I had to feed them. Then after that, I was like, what should I do next? I never thought that I'd actually get payment from my first job. I didn't even imagine. So when I took my first payment, then my friends told me, I think you should buy new clothes. I was like, yeah, it's been a while. So I just spent on clothes and on food. That's it. That's how I spent. Yes. And we have heard from one. Firstly,
find study so easy that even with the third semester, she wants to have the road job. And secondly, the third semester has got a paycheck and she doesn't know what to do with it. So that's amazing, amazing. And that contradicts usual third semester students. Wonderful. Okay, so next in line would be Toastmaster Saril. We have had a long time since we have.
What's the first experience when you actually jumped into this CM? Yeah, CA, sorry.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hassan, Toastmaster Shaira. Good evening, everyone. And Toastmasters and guests. Well, the first, when I stepped into CA after a lot of research and with a lot of people waiting to see me fail. Because CA was at that time, and I think it still is, known to be a very difficult profession. And before you even start it, you start to listen to comments and opinions that you're not going to do anything, you will keep wasting. You'll keep wasting your time because the papers you're not going to clear them. And if you're not going to clear them after 2-3 years, you're standing at the same spot and thinking which bachelor should I pursue and all of that. So basically, when I was in A-levels, I was all set to go to Turkey for software engineering, and I chose my subjects very keenly. But then again, I kept hearing these things of related to profession CA, and we used to have a lot of professionals coming in to pitch in that the students should join CA. And then I kept hearing thoughts and opinions that CA is very difficult and this and that. And then I realized software engineering is very mainstream. And I don't think there would be something unique to it. Why not try CA where since people are saying it's so difficult, let's just get into it and figure it out my own self. So when I jumped actually into CA, I jumped not to good profession, yes, but I was more excited about trying to prove people wrong that hard work with smart work can actually get you somewhere. And I won't say that I did not fail any exam. I did fail one at the last lessons before entering into the training. But that did come with a lot of learnings as well because when I failed that paper and passed in the next attempt, it taught me that it's not impossible. You have to have a right approach towards everything and you're going to end up achieving everything that you really wish for and you do not have to depend on people. That's it. And we all are testimony to your hard work and your smart work and making prosper and give us a treat when you are all complete with your CA thing. And frankly, what I've heard of CA, failing one paper is just nothing. It is like an A+ student in CA was failed just one paper. So that's very interesting. And now, yes, would you please like to come? So would you okay, that's perfect.
Student actually, I'm studying in Delhi University. And I passed my first semester and last week. And these 2 months I was having free, so I decided to do something. I just joined an internship in NPCC and my father told me about the Toastmasters Club. He's a government officer. He used to be a part of the Toastmasters Club now. So he referred me that you have time, so you can do Toastmasters Club. It's a good company and it can teach you polish your leadership skills. And if you are doing public speaking, you can go for it. And it's just my first day. I interned. I was late. I was not finding the location.
very good to have you here. Already have a background of how to and it gives me real pleasure to see young students, somebody is in third semester, somebody is in fourth semester, and they've already started working. So it seems like the trend in Pakistan is changing, and the graduates, while under studies, they are working now. That's a very positive change in society. Now we have some time, and we can hear from you. Go ahead. So, would you also like to introduce yourself? Any topic? Okay. So, how about you tell us your first choice of a laptop, maybe, or choice of a mobile? Is that so? Okay. Perfect.
And it was that European Union. It's a model of Acer, but the back cover of it was really like shiny, style, and all that. So I just picked that record because of the back style. Of course, I was sad at that time, and I don't know all the specifics of the laptop and everything. But I just wanted to like learn MS or like MS Office, and from there I started learning the whole MS Office. And for now, my freelancing is based on this MS Office. As I'm an academic writer, and that makes me happy. I think like I choose the good thing at that time.
How to freelance? How is that going? What should the
I started freelancing in the times of COVID. It was a golden opportunity for me. Like all the ways were closed at that time. So I started with like my first salary ever was $100 in freelancing. So I was really excited to get that, and like I was happy, and I don't know what to do, so I just gave it to my mom.
after purchase, it's too for you and all that glitter is sometimes gold, right? So with that, we come to the end of this table topic session. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did it too. And to good evening to Danya.
Only not qualifying is
first time. I didn't go first time. First time, but you did it for the first time. Yes, definitely. When you name the people who are qualified, yeah. Master Russian, both for the courses, you think I was the best speaker. I was Master Speaker, if you want to accept, just write down the name and she will correct also. Qualified speakers are Toastmaster Russian, Toastmaster Slade, Toastmaster Rabia, Toastmaster Salman, guest Jasmine, Toastmaster Suran, and guest Shankar. And then we have a 15 minutes. Come back after 15 minutes. Thank you. Let's talk about a little bit about the first time. So, as we are all at the Toastmaster meeting, about my first time at the Toastmaster meeting. We got a reminder to everyone and to our guests to motivate them. So, at this time, I was over at public speaking and I had a lot of stage fear. Whenever I came to the stage, my legs started shivering and a word didn't come out of my mouth. I was like blank all the time. And my father told me about Toastmasters, told me he was Toastmaster Akash, and he told me that you go there and see a little bit, experience it, and then if you want, then you can join. So I live in Mola, and I came on the bike first day, came here. Obviously, I have experienced the road, obviously, from here to there. And my thinking at that time was that when I was coming at that road, and I had to waste 30 minutes to come over here on a Saturday, I was thinking, okay, this is the first and the last time I'm going here. I'm not going out to this. When I came here, Toastmaster, one of our amazing Toastmasters, I don't know if some of you guys know it. Just speaking, and I sat down, I said, I am new Toastmaster Akash, I sat down. Then they had the table topic session that we had before the refreshments. And they called me on the stage, give me a topic, and they gave me a simple topic that what was that made you smile. What was the recent thing that made you smile? Guess what? That happened again, that I was blank and my legs were shivering like this. I didn't have a word to say. And all of a sudden, without even a word speaking, everyone started clapping for me. I didn't even say a word and they were clapping. The motivation I got there, I'm standing over there and said, okay, I'll play that 30 minutes coming to here, but I'm joining this Toastmasters Club, and this girl is here in front of me. I'm not flexing or anything, but I'm proud of this. Toastmasters is especially the lowest marks. Right now, everyone wants me on their team to present something, whenever there's a presentation or something. I'm not flexing again. One of the Toastmasters who would like to share their first experience as a Toastmaster. The first time you came onto the stage. Anyone? Toastmaster Rashid. Yeah.
The worst happened to me, but I must tell that I have been to madrasa as a student, college, university, business, government office, private office, but I found Toastmasters to be better than all those. They are civilized, they are decent, they appreciate you for failing, they encourage you, they motivate you. The best place I have found in us.
At Toastmasters, I was obviously called in table topics because that's what we do for our guests. So I was told to stay in a pen, and I think I'm the worst person who can do that. And I could not believe that and it could feel so long, it just didn't end. And I was just not able to figure out ways of phrasing this damn pen to just be able to sell it. So I can never forget that first day at Toastmasters, and I am definitely not selling any pen.
On Tuesday, when I started this club, I was surprised what kind of a name is this. Are we making any toast here? Because I'm a foodie, so I thought I will make toast and eat it. But when I joined the club, it's an amazing experience. The good part is, whatever you are doing here, even if you do mistakes, you are not sure about you're speaking right. People are here to encourage you, they help you, and they motivate you. They won't let you down. They won't tell you you're wrong, you're doing this wrong, and we are taught to actually give the evaluation through a sandwich approach, which means first good points, areas of improvement, and then close it up with good points. So it's very encouraging, and I love it. It's a lifestyle. It's not just a club, it's a lifestyle.
Motivated and our already members got back to their memories and remember the first time they were here. So I'll keep talking about the things because we have to move our session with our second session, which is the defense speakers. And today we have three amazing speakers. So
One particular incident was three.
So first we have a teacher, she knows to read and to write also. She She's the first time we're coming on the stage. It is her icebreaker speech, Project 1, Level 1 of Presentation Mastery. Please use a huge round of applause to welcome Toastmasters.
Thank you, Mrs. Tanya, for giving me this opportunity to share my life journey with all members of this. How many of you see dreams with wide open eyes? Yes, would you like to share? How? What do you see?
Okay, I born in a middle class family, so we started education earlier, and we gone through very different stages of life. At that time, I was in grade 7 or 8. I made that in my mind that I will leave my parents' legacy behind. Behind means like I will make them someone people would know if the we was someone who was who were their parents. So that is how I started working when I was in grade 7 or grade 8, and I have 15 years plus experience in achieving my goals on car, on home, family, with kids education. So that is how I feel like seeing them and making them true is something which comes with dedication and hard work and your dedication towards your
Thank you so much.
goals.
A poet says, hold fast to dream, but if dreams lie, life is like a broken wing bird has denied. Like all of you, I had a dream. I wanted to be a rock. This dream motivated me to work hard and didn't let me sleep for years. Despite getting 900 marks in pre-medical, I couldn't get admission in any one. I seemed colorless, meaningless, useless, like a broken wing. I didn't want to study further because the most cherished dream of my life was death. Tears used to roll down my cheeks like seas of pomegranate. Fellow Toastmasters, with the passage of time, I realized that all endings are new. I didn't let that broken dream burn me into ashes. I mustered up my courage and I started working on my skills rather than security costs. And here you see, still I am working on my skills, and that's why I have joined this club, because I believe that the process of learning never stops. The change from science to literature was quite drastic and challenging. I had to work on my reading skills, writing skills, communication skills, and presentation. I was a tiny sapling in the wide world of literature. And Ma'am Andrina Thieu, she helped me walk in the corridor of education. She helped me, she motivated me, and she praised my consistency, hard work, and control. She geared the ship of my life in right direction. And most importantly, she inspired me to read. This is how I developed principles for reading. In university, I used to read books. I challenged myself to read one book per week. And I challenged myself to read one book per week. Apart from that, I used to sit in library, swallowing up books, reading and writing. But I was not content to absorb all books and grab a degree from my university and pass out. No, I had dreamed of becoming a university lecturer. And yes, my university hired me immediately after completing my master's. And once again, in the same decade, my eyes welled up with tears when I received my appointment. Fellow dreamers, my life journey has made me a stronger. I didn't give up. I worked hard with full consistency and enthusiasm. I didn't achieve anything by sudden flying. I achieved everything by fighting against odds of it. Fellow dreamers, this is not my destination because I have miles to go before I see miles to go before. Thank you so much for your patience.
I must say, Master, very first speech, you were a little bit shy, but it didn't look like it was your first speech. It was not just amazing. Congratulations to your art teacher. So, what was Master Meher, are you with us? Master Meher?
Yes, Daniel, are you calling me? Assalamu alaikum, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Can you please tell the purpose of the speech of Toastmaster Sana?
Yes, the purpose of Toastmaster Sana's speech is she will be delivering level 1, project 2 of persuasive influence, and the project is evaluation and feedback. So basically, I will be giving my feedback for her speech, and then she has to incorporate that feedback in her next speech in order to complete the project. I will be evaluating her on the basic parameters, that is vocal variety, clarity, body language, hand gestures, audience awareness, comfort level, and interest of the topic. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
The next time you speak, please come forward to the mic. Now, without any delay, and now I'll ask Toastmaster Hamani to please explain the purpose of the speech of Toastmaster Sarah.
Our key purpose is to practice writing before delivering your speech. One thing, and second is inspire the audience. She is delivering a speech today about food products.
Toastmaster Hamani. So, without any delay, let me call our VP Education, amazing speaker with a huge amount of applause, Toastmaster Sarah.
How you think that you are very comfortable at sharing your personal stories with you? I am Hassan, Amrina, and Nehuma. Hassan, Amrina, and perfect. So I have a question for you in the bedroom. Personal storytelling is such a powerful tool. You all know about it. What is its strength? Personal storytelling helps us open up. Now, what's the art of this opening up? Personal storytelling. Let's discuss the O first. It helps us get out of our comfort zone. It helps us share the secrets of our life with someone else, which makes us a little uneasy in the start. But the impact or the implication of it is that it finally teaches us how to get out of the comfort zone, which is a big asset that we realize down the lane. The second thing is P-pump, personal introspection. When I prepare a story of my own life and I try to write it, I try to deliver it. In this whole process, It gives me a chance to personally introspect. How foolish was I? Why did I get that idea at that time? How angry did I get at that moment? How rude was I to that person? How intimidated I get at a particular situation? Why didn't I think of that before? So while drafting your personal story and while preparing for that speech, it automatically gives you an idea of doing a personal introspection. Then the E part, engagement with the audience. When you're telling somebody else's story, it takes you a step away from the actual circumstances. It takes you a step away from the audience's trust. And telling your own personal story does the opposite. And finally, the end part. New impressions, new repertoire with your existing friends. Whenever you are going to share one more leaf out of the book of your life with your existing friends, you are sharing a new facet of your life with them. You are connecting with them on a new level now. So your bond with your existing friends, family, other members, colleagues, that gets strengthened. That's the part of personal storytelling. Now to PM Hassan. What's the downside of personal storytelling?
You know, that can offer to the audience, but the good part is that you can actually connect with the audience. They can connect with you. You can actually have a mindset that it's a personal story. When it's not, of course, they cannot relate to that story and you don't have that power.
Perfect. So, personal storytelling is a door that we are opening. When a door is open, you walk out of your comfort zone. But door is always for two-way traffic. You are allowing somebody else to enter into your life as well. You are allowing somebody else to have a sneak peek into your life. This is what makes us uneasy at this time. How to tackle that? That is by investing in the title of your speech, investing in the introductory positioning of your speech. How would you like to position your story so that the people perceive it in the way you want them to perceive it? They should not misjudge you. And how will that happen? By investing in the story's positioning and its title. I would like to share two books over here. One is I Am Still Hungry. This is an autobiography by a lady on her struggle to shed weight. But she has positioned the title in such a way that I am still hungry, that we get to know that this was a challenge for her and she tried to overcome it. Similarly, there's a book called Leading with My Chin. That's the host of a very famous show, The Tonight Show. He has a very long chin. And by the title, we are getting an idea that he did not fear his weakness, which was his appearance. He rather made that weakness his strength, and he is now leading with his chin. So that way, you can position your story in such a manner that the audience perceives it in the way as you want them to perceive. I hope that you tell a lot of stories and you fully take the value out of personal storytelling skill, and this platform can be a best way of doing that, of learning that. I personally think that personal storytelling is a very strong medium, and I wish you all the luck with this medium. Okay? जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है, कुछ पाकर खोना है, कुछ खोकर पाना
here we had a change of Toastmasters Sana will be right now. Can you please explain the purpose once again?
Yes, Toastmaster Daniel, I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Toastmaster Sana will be delivering project 2 level 1 of persuasive influence. The project is evaluation and feedback. In this project, I will be giving evaluation of her speech, and Toastmaster Sana has to incorporate my suggestions and deliver another speech based on those suggestions to complete the project. I will be evaluating her on the generally accepted parameters of a good speech, which are clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, audience awareness, comfort level, interest, and hand gestures and body language. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
The topic and the title of my today's speech is empathy deficit. So, but if I tell you that you all are pretty average speakers and your speeches are not good enough and your speeches lack interesting content, how do you feel about it?
Bad. Thank you.
And you wouldn't like to feel that, right?
Yes.
And this is what lack of empathy is like. As we all gather here every Saturday in an attempt to become a better version of ourselves, or to even put the smallest of efforts to improve where we need to improve in the areas where we need an improvement. If we do so, then it means we deserve recognition and validation from each other for our sincere efforts. Right? And this is why we are. However, in most of our daily affairs, we experience an empathy deficit. Yes, the lack of empathy. All in all of our affairs, almost every. Whether we are sitting in a family gathering among close friends, we are in our workplace or in an educational institution, we are either being misjudged, misunderstood, misfelt by some of the people, or we are the one who is playing the role of apathetic communicator. Right? Empathy isn't just about, oh, I understand, or I have been through this, or blah blah. Empathy is much more than that. Empathy can be you entering into your office and seeing your associate or employee or any junior person hasn't completed the task that you give that person last week. And the first thing that you do is to ask that person, hey, I'm noticing you haven't been able to finish this task on the past week. Tell me what's the matter? Is everything okay with you? Another example of empathy would be you saw a person or you said performing well in his body or in anything. And you are supposed to be worried and concerned about him or her. And you constantly put effort to constantly ask that person, tell me what's the matter. Is there anything that you yourself? So empathy is much more than that. Empathy is much more than making people realize that you understand. Empathy is about putting yourself in their shoes and considering their situation as yours. Dealing with empathy is what we have in most of our approach. To lead in any situation or in any job, we have to be able to care for the people who are working or who are working around us. We have to show to people that we care about them. And when we do, they care about us
that they are great leaders, but what the quality that they lack most of the time is they do not lead with empathy. They are just being the boss or the people they are carrying or leading. So this is what they lack the most. You know what? When we say positive statements like these, then we understand, we help you. It generates positive results as well. And according to science, it also generates serotonin in our human brain that actually helps us perform better. So it is also important okay, so the last thing that I want to say is many organizations are super because of lack of productivity is because they are lacking with empathetic leaders. And due to this, they have to suffer with millions of dollars every year. So I would like to conclude here with a quote here. One does not have to operate with great malice to do great harm. Only lack of empathy and understanding are so.
All the speakers are qualified.
Toastmaster Anuvyas, Toastmaster Sana Shahid, and Toastmaster Saira. Will please vote for the best speaker who you think is the best speaker today, and Toastmaster Amzina will select the voting from you. Sana also had prepared some slides, but unfortunately we didn't have the projector. So, a round of applause to the Toastmaster Sana. While you guys are voting, I'll simplify for the meeting. That is the first time of always. Frankly, from more first times will come a lot of things you will experience, new things you will experience, a lot of things that have passed that you don't want to remember the first time you don't want to remember. But one thing you always have to remember is the lessons we learned during our first times and then continuing them. So the biggest lesson that I want to share is that no matter what, don't stop at your first time. Always keep continuing, no matter what, no matter what, how many times you are failing. Just make that first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, the billionth time until you succeed, and eventually you will reach your goals and have the best of it. So now I will hand over the stage to the amazing Toastmasters for the general evaluation session. One of my favorite Toastmasters, always keep the smile on his face. Please give me a round of applause to the Toastmaster Salman.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster. Toastmaster Akash. Nadia. And again, thank you very much for wonderful information. Hello, Toastmasters, and yes, I have a question for you. How is the meeting going on so far? Good or bad? Can you say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Okay. I will be the general evaluator for today's meeting. For the benefit of guests, this session is divided into three parts. The first one is evaluation of different segments of this meeting. And the second part is reports from our 10 goals. And then the last but not the least, the evaluation of the meeting, the overall evaluation of the meeting. let's begin with the first segment of this session. We had an amazing table topic session conducted by Toastmaster Saira with some twist. That was a wonderful way to conduct a session like that. So to evaluate this table topic session, I would like to invite one of the best table Toastmasters. She is chartered accountant by profession in making, and she is a bright and enthusiastic Toastmaster. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Sarah Girani.
I'm sure you all agree that today's table topic was very unique. In a sense, that not just the speaker was anxious and scared, but also the audience. So we cannot say that sitting there, we don't have to worry about our table topic because we're the audience, all we have to do is do it. No. We were anxious that maybe our name would come up and we have to give up a topic to someone that maybe we don't know enough to know that what topic will suit them best. So we have to think of a general topic instead. So then, hats off to Toastmasters Saira. You keep one of us anxious at all times during those 20 to 30 minutes. Moving on, I would really like to appreciate the approach and responses we received from our guests today. And I would like to say that today I felt like it was an extraordinary day regarding our responses from our guests. Every single guest brought their own persona to the stage and delivered it very efficiently and with so much confidence. Regarding mine, Daniel, everyone have got it. So I would definitely say that you are good to go and you really do not have to worry about it. So now coming towards individual table topics, I would mention a few things that I really like in each one of them, and then I would give the improvements collectively in the end. So that's how it goes. So our first table topic speaker was Toastmaster Rashid, and he was given a very sensitive topic. And I really liked his approach that also he did not respond to that specific topic and explained the reason very well. He did not chicken out of it and took his time and explained another topic instead and maintained and ensured his presence on the stage. So that is another very important thing that if you're stuck with the topic, it doesn't mean that you can't speak for another minute. So there's always something to talk about for a minute, and that is something that we learned from Toastmaster Rashid. Second, we had our guest Tanveer. And as I already said, our guests are already way ahead than we were. So you were very confident, very lively. And what I really liked was that your approach towards the topic. You did give us hints to read between the lines, but did not really mention the context of it. Although you would love to get the insight. But then again, it was up to you. Then we have Toastmaster Suhaib, our Vice President membership, who even in table topic did not fail to perform his role and made sure that he took those 2 minutes to explain the roles of membership and the roles of vice president publication. So it is then again inspiration for all of us since we keep mentioning their roles and responsibilities and how they can help in our own personal life. Then moving on to Toastmaster Rabia, what I really liked about this table topic was that it was a professional topic, something her experience of entrepreneurship, but out of it she managed deliver a personal message on how we can change our lives with our own hands and we can always bring a new change into our lives. So I really appreciate that, Toastmaster. Then we had guest Anika. Ma'am, I would really like to say that I see traces of a true public speaker in you because the way you used your body language in just those few seconds was amazing. Especially that the sigh of relief, it demonstrated that you have those skills to unlock every body movement you can use to connect your message to the audience. And I'm sure you will. Then we had Toastmaster Salman, who was given a very warm and beautiful topic by me. And there was no doubt that he responded very well to just his smile and expression. It warmth and happiness and peace that everyone went for it and connected to what he was really talking about. And after that, he left us with a very nice message that we in Eastern culture do not really believe in, but it's very true that it's high time that we realize raising children is not just the responsibility of a mother or a female in a house. It's a two-way job and both have to share the responsibility. Next, we had guest Jasmine, and she had a very wholesome approach towards the topic. With a good opening, good structure, good conclusion, everything very nice. Then it was me, I did perfect. Then we had guest Abdullah, and I really liked his approach that he spoke for himself. On the first day, he spoke for himself. I don't know what topic, I'm just going to introduce myself, be in my comfort zone and go back. That was really nice and really appreciated. Then we had guest Chanze, and it's really nice and amazing how he delivered a very humorous and nice speech. Coming towards quick conclusions, quick improvements in the topic, I would suggest that we all should begin by introducing, by acknowledging the audience and the table topic masters, because it gives us time to process the thought, the information that we're going to give. It gives us a few seconds to develop an instant message that we're going to deliver. And then the hand gestures, the body language matters a lot, just like Guest Anita presented. It connects your verbal and non-verbal communication, brings out your message even better. And especially looking towards the ceiling or having your hands clenched in a place gives a sign of nervousness. So I think we should all try to do. And one more thing, speaking very fastly, like even I am doing, gives a sign of nervousness as well. We should take pauses and we should deliver our message with as much calm and poise as possible. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Now moving on to evaluations of the field speakers. We had three amazing speakers who will be evaluated by three amazing and wonderful graduates. The first speaker was Toastmaster Anand, and she will be evaluated by a person who is one of my favorite Toastmasters. He is a supply chain professional, and currently he's serving as Area 9 Director. He's also part of 3 Toastmasters Club. Rawalpindi. He's amazing, versatile, and we've got sense of a lot of sense of humor. None other than Toastmaster Akash Kumar.
Mr. General Evaluator, for such a warm welcome. Now, how many people are sitting there? 18, 20 people. For me, there are 20 world cities. 20 world. Because every person has an inner world. We are looking people from outward. We don't know what's happening there in their inner world. So when I first met Toastmaster Anand, I can't even imagine what inner world she's carrying within her. So Toastmaster Anand, congratulations to you and a lot of appreciation for you for showing your inner self. And a round of applause for taking her first step in her pathway journey. That was one of the powerful icebreakers I've heard in my life. Let me tell you this. What I love in your speech is the body language, your hand gestures. Best thing I noticed in your speech is your hand gestures. When you are saying that, thank you for letting me sharing my life journey. You used an open hand gesture. And when you said that, How many of you see dreams with open eyes? Your eyes put wide open. Your hands were portraying the gesture of opening open eyes. And when you said that, tears start flowing. So you were amazing in your hand gestures. Another good thing I observed in your speech is, I just pause. When you said that, I realized. You take a pause. And then you again repeated the sentence. I realized. That was a pause of emphasis. So hats off to you. But since you have shared your journey, is a journey within the journey, and that is the journey of a public speaker. So there are few areas.
As it is said by Robert Nicky, storytelling is the most powerful way to put your ideas into this world, and which is wonderfully done by none other than our own Toastmaster Sarah. So, a big round of applause for delivering a wonderful speech about her Toastmaster journey. If I say that evaluation is the part of two elements. One, when you are going to tell the important and reasonable points which our speaker has told us. So I must say that her speech is full of great ideas, and she has told us her life journey through storytelling. And here I must say that her speech was started with a question in order to engage the audience. So I must say that she started her speech by writing down OEEN by using the board. In this way, she has engaged the audience. So there are four elements which I must recognize as she has done wonderfully. Diet. D stands for delivery. Her delivery of speech was marvelous. I, informative. She has given us some piece of information. She has told us the two persons, about the two persons and their books. I am still hungry and leading with a chin. Both tells us that there are certain challenges on the way of our success. And if we are competent enough, then we can apply our own potential and capabilities to get those targets. E stands for engaging. As in the middle of the speech, she asked Toastmaster Hassan to let us know about one beautiful idea. In this way, she started engaging. And the next is T, transition. Every point was coming one by one. So there were so many things which I can recognize here. Here is only one suggestion, that this is our stage. So we need to make full use of this stage. If we have 3 points to convey, by standing here, we can convey number 1. By going there, we can convey the point number 2. And by going there, we can convey point number 3. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Moyo, for feedback and inputs of the speech. The last speaker was Toastmaster Sarah Shai, and her speech is going to be evaluated by an amazing lady. She is one of the best Toastmasters. For the last few months, we see her on virtual world, but hope to see her on stage one day in Toronto. She is a dance teacher by profession. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Meher Tazweer to evaluate the speech of Sarah Shai. Toastmaster Meher Tazweer, are you there?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Salman. Can you hear me? Thank you very much. Empathy deficit. Toastmaster Sana, what a marvelous topic to choose, and what a relatable and necessary topic that you chose to talk about in front of all of our esteemed audience. I love the way you began your speech directly by engaging all of our guests, by asking them the question that everyone has inside of them each time they come to Toastmasters. Am I going to be a good speaker, or am I going to be an average speaker? Oh, I know that maybe people are just telling me that I'm good just to make me feel happy, but deep down inside, I'm sure they're thinking something else. By tapping into that inner fear that we all have sitting here, you immediately made your topic of interest relevant and interesting to the audience. Kudos to you for that. The second thing I loved about your speech was that you kept going despite the fact that at 2 places, I know that you had a bit of trouble in preparing for the speech due to overload of work, and we talked about it as well a bit. But still you went on. You were brave enough to give your speech at the scheduled time today. Well done. And you also covered up when you forgot a bit of your speech, but you improvised. And not only that, you were also doing it without your visual aids that you had developed. So excellent. That this resourcefulness and this confidence, this is the hallmark of a great speaker, inshallah. Lastly, I would like to commend you for your clarity. I think that your spoken language was very clear, very understandable, and I see great reservoirs of excellent communication and confidence within you. Now, how can we make this speech more effective? Because frankly, I see you going places. First of all, I would like to recommend to be more conscious about the use of the stage. I know that you are a powerhouse. You are like a lion, but don't put that lion in a cage. If you keep pacing around on the stage, it can be distracting for the audience, like a lion pacing around the cage. What we want to do is that we want to find, what you want to do is find a center point where you are comfortable. Start your speech from that center point where you can see the entire room. You are able to see right, left, and center. And then Once you make your idea and move on, transition to the next idea, move to your right. When you move on to your next point in the speech, come back to the center and then move to the left. In this way, the audience will be able to follow your train of thought by your body movements. You need to walk with purpose. We never walk and talk at the same time. It is not recommended. Lastly, I would like to recommend the use of vocal variety, in that you brought up excellent illustrations and examples. Unfortunately, due to the sound issue, I couldn't hear all of them. But if you could incorporate some role play, some ups and downs in your tone, that would enhance and dramatize the effect of that greatly. Overall, well done, and I will give you a detailed written evaluation on your email. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sana.
Toastmaster, sorry, not qualified, and Toastmaster Akash Kumar is qualified, and Toastmaster Maya is qualified.
So we have two evaluators for voting. Please vote for the best evaluator. Toastmaster Vaidhyali and Toastmaster Akash Kumar and Toastmaster Vinay. Please vote for the best evaluators. Now it's time to have reports from tag roles. Can we have 3 reports from tag roles?
Yes, from favorite topic, question, Toastmaster Rashid, 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Yes, and we need 1 minute and 40 seconds. Toastmaster 1 minute and 19 seconds. Toastmaster Rafiya, 2 minutes 13 seconds. Yes, Mika, 46 seconds. Toastmaster Salman, 2 minutes 5 seconds. Yes, Yasmin, 1 minute 17 seconds. Toastmaster Farhan, 2 minutes 3 seconds. Yes, Abdullah, 54 seconds. And yes, Shamse, 1 minute 42 seconds. For prepared speakers, Toastmaster Anna, 5 minutes 18 seconds. Toastmaster Sana, 5 minutes 57 seconds. And Toastmaster Saira, 6 minutes 50 seconds. For evaluators, Toastmaster Sana Kirani, 6 minutes and 4 seconds. Toastmaster Akash Kumar, 3 minutes and 13 seconds. Toastmaster Mayur Kenny, 3 minutes and 32 seconds. And Toastmaster Maz, 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for sharing this report. On counter, can you please share your report quickly?
Toastmaster Salman. So, Toastmaster Rashid Akhtar are 2 times. Toastmaster Rafiya Akhtar 6 times. Toastmaster Salman, fortunately, didn't enter any award. Guest Jasmine 3 times. Toastmaster Salar 2 times. Guest Abdullah 1 time. Guest Chandra 1 time. Toastmaster Saira and Toastmaster Anam didn't enter any occurrence word. But Toastmaster Sana 3 times and Toastmaster Daniel 2 times. Over to you.
Thank you. Toastmaster Rabia Tariq, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Please go ahead.
Thank you to Mr. General Evaluator. I couldn't find any bad usage of grammar, and unfortunately, I couldn't find anyone using the word of the day that was nexus, including me. That's all from my side. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rabia Tariq. You are a great grammarian. Now, here comes the last segment of this session, the evaluation of the meeting, the overall meeting. Time. Fortunately, we were on time. The meeting started off on time. Give everyone a applause. But we will be ending this meeting will exceed a little, but that's okay. Started it out
open the meeting with key message of the Toastmasters Club in terms of photo of the club. And then everyone like the impression of the meeting. That's great. Presidential speech, as always, it was inspirational, motivating, and a great message was conveyed by our great president of Boston. It was an amazing opening speech. Then we had the role of Toastmaster of the evening. So it is a big role, challenging role, but Toastmaster Daniel did a wonderful job. The first time, it was an amazing project. Everyone was engaged throughout the meeting, and he threw so many questions with the team. The first time, it was an amazing session conducted by Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Daniel. Then we had evaluations. All the evaluators evaluate each speaker, and then we prepared speakers very well. We provided great inputs and feedbacks for future improvement of every speaker. Hope everyone has gotten the feedback for future improvement. Table topics session. It was a great session. I like the question. It was an innovation for creativity in terms of how can we engage full members and guests. It was a mix of both guests and audience. You never left anyone else with them topics. So that was a great session. And we had the tag roles. Every tag role explained their role very well, played their role very well, and they explained their role very well to everyone in a simple way as per the guidelines outlined in the manual of Toastmasters. So there is always a room for improvement. I have noticed few things which can not be overlooked in future meetings. So I'll quickly go through them because we are running out of time. I read somewhere else and I heard from somebody else that fear is not it. Fear is nothing. We calm and read it as Toastmaster. So now you're reading, say, Toastmaster, not TL. This TL is the Toastmaster. I often say TL, and I realize TL is nothing else. So please, now everyone say Toastmaster. I hardly notice few members, including few guests, with masks, because COVID-19 is still a threat. Please, whenever you enter, use mask as part of the SOPs and as precautionary measures. So that's one of the threats in the country. That's one of the things to prevent us from COVID-19 infection. Texas, including me, nobody used the word nexus. I never heard word nexus by anyone else. Please use the word okay when you are in this role. So nexus was this word. Nobody used this word. So in future we will use the word net, the word of the day, or the call upon for one of the rules of Toastmasters is to give chance to the evaluators to share the focus
objectives of the paid speakers. So Pastor Darian did that, but in future that's not the goal of Toastmasters. So this was all from my side. Thank you everyone for your patience. Hope to see you again next week. So here, we would like everyone to please vote for the big three. Big three were Toastmaster Darian Lenglet, Toastmaster Saira Perez, and myself, Toastmaster. Over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Salman, for that detailed evaluation. Meanwhile, people are voting for the best three. I would like to take the final word from the guest for the overall meeting. So,
I was actually planning when I go and find a session. So, even though I have 30 years plus experience, still I would feel someone is scared of talking in front of people. This is best place for someone like me. So it is my best experience. As I said earlier, that I'm looking forward to become permanent member of the group. So it's been really amazing, and I would recommend other people who are actually in a people management role, and I feel like this can help them in doing their senior career. Right.
Next. All right, that's okay. Abdullah, would like to come here and share your feedback about the meeting.
Firstly, it was a very good experience. Around engineering students, so we don't have much chances to speak publicly, and that is why mainly engineers actually react to public speaking. But I have no interest in that. Engineers just doing I like this for public speaking. So it is a very good opportunity for me, and inshallah, I will like to come.
Right. With this, I would like to call our area director Mike to come to the stage to share his thoughts on the overall meeting today. So, a round of applause for Toastmaster Salman.
We have heard Toastmaster wears many hats. So this that of Toastmaster Daniel, and I hope Toastmaster Daniel there are no lessons. Okay. 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 So my fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, you all know me as a immediate past president of Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club, the VP Education of Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club. Today, I had an official visit here as an area director. And let me share it with you honestly that it gives me immense pleasure, and it makes me so proud that the seed which was planted 3 years ago is growing with a rapid pace, and the credit goes to each one of you. What I like to know, I'm discussing with the president, Pastor Hassan, please give me some point to mention and report for the area of improvement. Mashallah said, you all are doing so fabulous job. the role, the way you are performing your roles, the first impression when the guests are coming here, the guest kits are provided. So you are doing a fabulous job. As an area director, my responsibility is to support them and improve the quality of life. And let me share you that you are taking every boxes of the metrics of this report. So I wish you all the best. And my message to you is that this platform, don't keep this platform just for your public speaking. This is the platform where leaders are coming. So focus on that area as well. And I can see so many potential cases which can climb the ladder of leadership. So this is all from my side. Over to you.
Time, so let's jump to the results. So what I think is the winner of the best ever topic awards today. Anyway, this is.
Or Anika, yes, Anika. Yes, Vaya.
And the award goes to none other than Toastmasters Club. Right. Very interesting. So who do you think is the best prepared speaker award winner? Both one for Saira, Anand, okay. And the award goes to Toastmaster Anand. So who do you think is the best relative winner for today's meeting? And the award goes to Toastmaster Akash Kumar. The last award is Victory Award. Any white versions? Only the Canadian. Victory Award. And the Victory Award goes to Toastmaster Sarah. And that's not all. We have some certificate of appreciation for our guests because it is a very important time of their life to us, and they're very special. They are here, so it's our duty to actually appreciate them. So for that, we have a certificate for the certificate of appreciation. So for the first, I would like to call guest Tanveer on the stage and see this. Next, we have guest Anika. Last, we have guest Abdullah. With this, I would like to adjourn this meeting, and there's an announcement. On the next meeting, we are going to have a speaker-on where we have almost 7 to 8 speakers ready. So we'll have a speaker-on, same location, same venue. I would like to invite guests as well to see how we are running the next session. The special occasion speaker-on where we have just prepared speakers. There's not ever topic, prepared speakers and evaluation. So with this, I would like to adjourn this meeting and looking forward to having you in the next meeting as well. And thank you.